Hey kids, we're going to do number 4 out of the SPIC book as a titration problem for your test tomorrow. So I'll show you, I'll read it to you, and then we'll write it out and solve it, and then you're on your own. Remember, you can change any ending that you want. Remember, as long as I get moles of calcium hydroxide, I can get to grams. In this case, I want grams, or I can get to milliliters, or I can try and solve for the molarity. So let's read the problem. Number 4 right here. It says, how many grams of calcium hydroxide are required to neutralize 52.68 milliliters of 0.750 molar sulfuric acid, H2SO4. So remember, the first thing you want to do is you want to start with your equation. So that's what I'll do is I'll get a blank sheet here. So let's get started. So we have, we want to solve for calcium hydroxide. Let me restart. Write that out. And then you always get water, HOH, and you always get a salt. In this case here, it's going to be calcium sulfate. And then balance it out. Since I have 2 hydroxides, I need to double up my water, and that should balance it for me. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio between calcium hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Now here's my unknown. This is what I'm looking for. I want to know how many grams. What's given to me is the molarity. It's 7.750 molar sulfuric acid, and then it gives me 52.68 milliliters of this acid. So I'm going to start with the acid because it's going to help me transfer on over to calcium hydroxide. So I take 0.750 moles, I'm going to break it up, of sulfuric acid, and it's per decimeter cubed. All right, and if I take my molarity times my volume, and here's my volume right here, but I'm going to change it to decimeters cubed, and so it should be 0.05268. Remember, 3 to the left, decimeters cubed, and the decimeters cubed cancel out. Now I have moles of sulfuric acid, and I get to the step that's so important is my mole to mole ratio, because I'm going to transfer from sulfuric acid to calcium hydroxide. And since I'm looking for calcium hydroxide, I have 1 mole calcium hydroxide. Oops, let me draw that again. To 1 mole of sulfuric acid, H2SO4. And look, your units cancel out. Please follow those units. Sulfuric acid cancels out here. Now I have 1 mole of calcium hydroxide. All right, so down here in the bottom, I need my molecular mass. Calcium is going to be 40.1 grams per mole. And then oxygen is going to be 16 grams per mole. And then I have hydrogen, which is 1 gram per mole. All right, so I only have 1 of these, so this ends up being 40.1. I have 2 of these, so I'm going to put times 2, and this becomes 32.0. And I have 2 of these, and this becomes 2.0. So if you add this all up together, you should get a 74.1 grams per mole. And that's what I'm going to use, because it's going to cancel out up here, 74.1 grams per mole. All right, and then the moles cancel out with these moles up here, and now I'm ready to go through and do my math problem. All right, so what I got here after this math here is 2.93 grams of calcium hydroxide. Make sure you circle your answer. And that's it. Thanks, kids. I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you study.